Welcome back to the 1/3 of a Brain podcast. Unfortunately, we're missing a third of a brain today. One of our co-hosts is missing, but I'm your host, Robbie. Other host,
It's me, Cody.
Cody.
What up?
Let's go. Second episode.
2/3 of a brain.
Sure, yeah. We don't complete the final brain. And here are this episode's brainless guests. A good friend of mine who just started streaming FIFA on Twitch, as well as a stock market god.
Entrepreneur, yes.
JC. Say what up.
How's it going? Thank you.
Another good friend of mine, a gym rat, a gamer, and many other things. Matt.
Gym rat, wow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And last but least, we love to have him, and he's back again. Alan.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Yeah, second episode of the podcast. We went out today, actually, all three of us, our co-host and some productionists, our friends.
Productionist.
Took a photo
staff.
shoot. We posted our first post on Instagram. 13 of a brain on all socials. 1-3 of a brain. Check out the new Instagram post. You know, we're out there.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's looking clean.
Let's go.
Okay.
For our first topic, I have written down like crazy high school / college parties that are very memorable. Maybe a situation that you remember occurring. Maybe you've never been to a high school / college party.
So me and my friend Eddie, Abdo, as the Lebanese folks call him. I see you got that Lebanese flag, Alan. We went to this party. I think it was like senior year of high school. There was a bunch of cars outside, so we went ahead and parked like 3 blocks down and just walked there.
Right.
So we go downstairs. There's about 10-15 people down there, and we had just been there for like 20 minutes. And the people from upstairs run downstairs and they're like, there's cops. And we think, oh, okay, like funny joke, haha, all right. Let's go back to like vaping and drinking, I guess.
Right.
And it turns out there it was not a joke. So people who like know the people who own the house or like know the people, because like I'm not from Strongsville where the party was, so I had no idea who was the owner of this house. I just came with my friend. So people like me who really didn't give a fuck about the owner broke the downstairs window to like exit the house so we wouldn't have to like speak to police officers, because it's a natural instinct, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We run out. I ended up hiding behind a bush. This is true. I'm not even making this shit up.
Fucking
Fortnite?
bush,
We
yeah,
hit
bush camping
around the
IRL.
bush to get back to my car, because at this point, me and Abdul don't know where the fuck we are. The cop like flashes his lights. I'm pretty sure he saw me. He just couldn't be bothered to like fucking chase a 17-year-old kid around the neighborhood when he could just, act like he didn't see me, go back, bully some 17-year-olds that they did already catch.
Right.
So we go back to my car. We drive back close to that house because Abdo threw his vape in a fucking mailbox, because if they did catch us, he didn't want to be caught red-handed with a vape.
Wait, real quick. So he opened up a random mailbox and threw his vape in there.
No, we were in a rich neighborhood. So
Okay.
the mailboxes were already, those big stone mailboxes?
Like
You know what I'm talking about? He just kind of chucked it in it.
Okay.
I took a picture. I still have the picture. I don't know if I still have the picture. But Abdo has the picture
We may or
of this
may
blurry mailbox while he was running, just in case we forgot what mailbox we went to.
If we have the picture, it'll be right here.
Very
Right
good.
there, exactly. People who were acting belligerent, jumping off the
Belligerent?
belligerent, man.
The fuck is belligerent mean?
Big words. Definition pops up right there.
Whatever, bro. Urban
Anyways,
Dictionary. Now.
That's my little story. I know Matt's got a couple stories of his own. He was a cool kid in high school.
No, all these stories are from college, bro. Nothing happened in high school.
Damn, for real.
I'm trying to think. Like, so the first story, this was at his apartment and Hood's apartment, their old apartment in downtown San Jose. And it was just like a normal house party that we throw like every semester or whatever. Like there was something going on. Probably had like a day off on Monday or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so we threw this party, and it was like literally a normal party, people smoking, drinking, whatever. All of a sudden, there's people. Okay, well, there's people out on the balcony smoking, doing whatever. And this dude, he's like 6'3", like 200. I don't like big ass dude, right? And
Was it Alan?
all of a sudden, I mean, this dude's like
6'3",
huge, though.
200, big ass dude. Like you just described all of me, but thanks.
But this dude was like, I don't know, he was like a linebacker. Like this dude was like massive.
Okay.
And so he's just out on the balcony, and he's like on the other side, and I'm like posted up on the couch in like the family room, whatever. And all of a sudden, we hear like a giant crash, and we're like, "What the fuck happened?" We all rushed to the other side of the house. This dude jumped off the balcony
Oh my god.
onto like the fence. Like he landed on the fence, and this was like a metal fence. Not
Oh,
like a wood
like that chain fence with like the spike, like
with
divots.
spikes, literal
Yeah.
spikes.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
god.
what the fuck? And everyone was so collectively fucked up. We like didn't know what to do. People just ran outside and were trying to carry up this like big ass dude back upstairs.
Oh.
And his leg from like the knee, not even the knee down, it was like, I don't know, from his calf down was
Mhm.
straight up purple. And it got worse and worse
Oh.
progressively throughout the night. And we're like, dude, like, we gotta like take you to the hospital or something. And he's like, no, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm chilling. He was on so much shit, probably like he felt nothing.
Oh my god. So do you
Oh,
think he
fuck.
jumped or he fell?
No, like he purposely jumped. From the
This is
witnesses, that I was asking them, I'm like,
When you
dude, what
say
happened?
He landed on a fence, right? A
Yes.
vertical fence. So like he's
I don't
landing
know
on.
how if he
on
landed
top
on
of
his
the fence?
ass. I don't know how he
He
landed,
just
but like
straight folded on it.
I have no fucking idea. I just remember going up to the balcony and like looking down, and he's just in the bushes, just like screaming, and we're just like, we're like pretty high up. Like I mean, it was the second floor, but it was like
You're
I don't know, it
pretty
felt like-
high up.
ah ha ha.
I-
But
Classic.
Drugs.
drugs, college, women. But no, it was ridiculous. Like I don't know how it took like 6 dudes to like carry him like back upstairs,
That's
and like no one found out like what happened to the guy, because I'm pretty sure he was like a rando. Like no one knew who he
wow.
was.
Just
He just
straight up.
showed up.
It's like
I
this
would-
big ass. What are you gonna say? No, don't come in.
I know, for real. Oh,
Hey,
that
he
just
found his way
reminded
out,
me of a. He did. But that just reminded me of another story. This
Go
might take
ahead.
a while, by the way.
No.
I have like 2 other stories.
No problem. We got
This
time.
other, okay, that's good. This other story. We were at this other house party at our other friend's apartment, also in downtown San Jose. Really
Okay.
ratchet area. Like it's not like a safe area. Like there's crackheads yelling on the street like till 3 in the morning, like every day. And this party, it was like a Lebanese club like event. Like we hosted like this party, and like all these Arabs pulled through, and this was like a really tiny ass apartment, right? And so we managed to fit like I don't even know how many people into this place. And the night got so bad so quickly. Like I remember like everyone was just sober, and within 15 minutes people were like throwing up. Like I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
It was disgusting. And so there's this one dude that joined the Lebanese club. He's a random kid. He never came out to a single event. And he's like a weird kid. Like he wasn't really like, socializing with many people. But this dude's never drank in his life. He's never tasted alcohol, right? He was like a freshman. I think we were like juniors at this point. And so he was keeping up with like the pros. Like he was
Okay.
like 15 shots in, has never tasted liquor in his life. This dude started speaking German. I swear to God, he was a black kid, so it made no sense, right? He was speaking German, French. Turns out he was like a polyglot or something, and I wish I was making this up. I'm literally not making this up.
A what?
A
A
what?
polyglot, like you speak multiple.
We'll have the
languages.
definition right
Yeah,
there.
define-
Definition right here.
right
Right,
here.
yeah,
Right here.
There we go. But so anyways, this dude was destroyed. He was like we were trying to like help him, and it got to the point where he couldn't walk, and we're all sitting in one of the rooms, and he like comes in and he like trips and he falls forehead first right into the side of a table. Like the loudest like bang I've ever heard in my life.
He just drops.
It was horrifying. He literally died. Like we had to carry his lifeless body
Well,
to
you
the
didn't literally
toilet.
die, right?
No, he didn't. But we had to carry his lifeless body to the toilet, and we were like shoving our fingers down his throat to like induce vomiting because he
Yeah.
wouldn't throw up. And we were
Who did
borderline.
that one?
Huh?
Who took it upon themselves?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It was like a bunch of us. It was a bunch of. But it was honestly the scariest thing because like he was also like new to the club. Like we've met him maybe once before, and we were like everyone was panicking because we were so fucked up. And we were like, do we call the cops? Like, do we call an ambulance? Because, like, he low-key might need to get his stomach pumped. Like, this was, like, not good. And on top of this, there was crackheads outside yelling, and then there were gunshots. And so cops were in the area, and we're like, okay, this is, like, getting out of hand. And then, like, me and Nick, my brother, we were both absolutely destroyed. And we were trying to, like, sober up before we could leave. But we literally didn't have enough time to like fully sober up because like there was a crackhead beefing with like some random dude. We heard like gunshots, cops came, all this stuff. And then so we parked like 4 or 5 blocks away. Keep in mind this is like 3 in the morning in a ghetto ass area. We're like, how the hell are we gonna get to the car? Like we have to go home. Like everything's falling apart. And so me and Nick, we just walk outside and it's like super sketchy. Somebody literally got knifed. Like they got stabbed. Actually, that's what it was. Yeah, the crackhead got stabbed by someone, and was literally bleeding out like on the sidewalk, and the guy like ran away. So we're like, yeah, we're gonna die. Like we're not gonna survive this. On top of the dude yakking, we didn't know how to call. If we needed to call the cops, all this shit. And then as we're like running to the car, like tripping over ourselves, like we were like full on panicking, like we were scared out of our minds. We saw a random dude dressed up in a clown outfit riding a unicycle.
Nah, bro.
I'm not kidding. I swear to God, ask Nick. I'm not even
Nah.
exaggerating this shit. It was, and he was like laughing, and it was, dude. Downtown is some other shit, and so we were just.
I would have shit myself.
Dude, me and Nick were. That was probably the most scared we've ever been, cause it was like everything just deteriorated. The entire night deteriorated.
Did you guys just start walking faster and faster and faster?
Dude, it was so bad. Like we got to the car, and we closed the door. It was like an empty parking lot, and this place is known to like have like car robberies, people get kidnapped, like people get like assaulted in these parking lots. We get in the car, lock the door, and we see like the dude enter, like the clown dude enter the parking garage and like bike towards us. And me and Nick, I immediately turn the car on and book. I'm not even fully sober, and I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. We have to leave downtown.
That
Like,
fucking story took so many turns, bro. I was waiting
Dude,
for Randy Orton to RKO you, bro.
That's
dude, at that
crazy.
point, I wouldn't have been surprised. I would not have been surprised. But yeah,
Somebody
that was not a
fucking
normal
fucked
fucking
up
party.
night. Yeah, bro.
That was yeah.
Poor
I don't know
Nick.
if I should tell my third one, but because I feel like I've been talking for like hours.
No, go ahead, bro. Literally.
Bro, my
talk as
God.
much as you need.
I'm trying to like streamline my my dog's bark.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm trying to streamline.
Matt,
my thoughts.
at first he was like, "Does anyone have any party stories?" And you were like, "I don't know if I have one."
Dude,
And
I
now
know this.
you fucking activated that chip in your
Yeah,
head.
no,
bro. You just
all the memories came back.
write a
But,
book.
okay, this next one it's not gonna be too long, but I'll try not to at least.
Oh, you're good.
So it was this was so we have this event with the Lebanese clubs in California called like Big Bear. So it's like a place in the snow. The clubs rent out cabins and they just throw fat ragers for the entire weekend. And so me and my friend, we like drove down for the weekend. It was my first time there. There was maybe like 200 people stuffed into like one Airbnb. And that night was like everyone was so fucked up. Like this was the first night I've ever like browned out in my life. Meaning like I didn't remember like half the memories because like I've never blacked out. Like I always remember what happens no matter how fucked up I get. But that night like was something else. All I remember, or one of the main things I remember, is we're on the 3rd floor of this cabin. This was like a castle. It had 4 stories, and I was on the 3rd floor, and there was like one bathroom that we were like allowed to use, and the line for it was maybe like 30 guys and girls. So I was like, you know what? I need to piss so bad. I'm gonna go pee off the balcony. There's maybe like 30 people outside, and I go stand on the edge, and I'm like pissing, and I'm like enjoying life. I'm like looking out at the view. It's beautiful scenery. I finish pissing. I turn around. Everyone is staring at me like I'm like some like psychotic person, and I'm like, bro, like I just needed to piss. Like,
Oh, fuck them.
this isn't a big deal. Like, yeah. So, anyways, fast forward to the next morning. Actually, no. Sorry. Rewind a bit. We get back to our Airbnb at like 4 in the morning. I am crossed out of my mind, and I'm like, I need to eat. I kill 50 microwavable chicken nuggets and like a bag of
Oh my
Doritos
God.
in a span of like not even like 15 minutes. And I wasn't even hungry. I was just so far gone. I was just eating whatever came to me. So I drank no water. The next morning, I woke up the most hungover I have ever been in my entire life. It was disgusting. So me and my friend, we get in the car to like leave, and I'm like, dude, like I don't know how. Keep in mind this is a 6-hour drive back up to the Bay Area because this was in LA. So I'm like, I'm not surviving this drive. Like it's not
Right.
gonna happen. We get in the car, we're driving. I'm like trying to find something to eat to like hold my stomach because I'm literally about to yak. He hands me like this little cutie, this tangerine, and as soon as I peel it, keep in mind we've barely pulled out of like the driveway. I'm like, Peter, hold this. I hand him the tangerine. He pulls over, and I just unleash just everything, literally everything, and it was so disgusting. I'm not gonna get into too many details, but it was like, dude, just keep in mind like
Wow.
10 pounds of chicken nuggets and Doritos came out of my system. Like it fucking sucked.
You can literally recreate your own spin-off of Hangover, bro.
To this day, I still the taste is I could still picture it in my mouth. That's
Nice.
how horrifying it was. But yeah, that
I
was
believe you.
yeah.
There's
Shit
some
was
fucking
crazy.
crazy stories, bro. Honestly, like
Yeah. There's everything's just it's always the stories where it's like
yeah.
the party starts out normal and they just deteriorate so fucking
People start to
quickly.
get comfortable. People
Yeah.
start
Honestly,
partying,
that-
drinking.
That like when you throw up and like you remember that thing you ate, that distinct like disgusting taste in your mouth has ruined so many things for me. Like I can't eat. I forget what candy it was, bro. I can't even look at. I think it was dots. The green dots. I
Dude,
cannot
love
look at
dots.
green dots anymore.
Yeah, I can't do Doritos to be honest. It was like the normal flavor. What is it? Like
Nacho cheese.
nacho cheese. Yeah,
The
just
red one.
plain old regular Doritos.
That with
To
a
this
side of
day,
puke.
dude, it's
Oh, stop. You're disgusting.
like your puke is orange at that point. Like it's
Nice.
No.
Let's
yeah.
hear more. Okay.
That's
And the
the full
texture of
extent.
it. Well,
Fuck no. But yeah.
Yeah. Alan, is there a story that you wanted to tell?
Nothing near as this. I mean, I just like when I was younger, like this is like probably a middle school story. Like we would just, yeah, it wasn't really a party, but we would just like get together and like this is probably like the most like best memories I have because like parties low key I didn't really like.
Right.
Like I did, but they were just like kind of whack in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But this freaking we would like go to this girl's house like every Friday. We'd always be there, and we would just ding dong ditch the whole neighborhood, and like yeah, the whole neighborhood would just fucking like slam on their garage and ding dong ditch and stuff. Then the one time the cops showed up, and we found like orange cones, and we like closed the road like to the development so the cops couldn't come in.
Wow.
Like
Big
there was
brain.
like backups cop coming like back and we put like orange cones and they thought the road was closed. The cops thought the road was closed. So they never came in that way to the development where we were hiding. It was kind of funny. And we were, keep in mind we're like young as shit here and it was my mom was picking me up in like 5 minutes. I was shitting myself, but yeah, that's probably those are good. That's like a type of thing you had to be there because you're so young and you're just sprinting in the woods and shit. And it's just funny because you find a random orange cone and you put it in the middle of the road and it looks like the road's closed. It's funny as shit.
Mm-hmm.
No one questions
But
it.
found a
Genius.
yeah, it was kind of smart.
glitch. How
if
to
you think
avoid
about
one
it.
star.
Exactly. That's fact.
Get an orange cone.
I did a cheat code. GTA 5 cheat codes.
Fucking left, right, cone, down, done.
Yeah.
1 star gone. Don't even have to call Lester.
So, like, this isn't incriminating because I got in a lot of trouble for it. So, my freshman year, it was like midwinter, I think, and I threw a party at my dad's house while my dad was home and didn't know that it was gonna happen. I told him I was like,
Genius.
yeah, I'm just gonna have a couple friends over, and I had like 50 people just in my basement.
Oh my God.
And we had like our side door led directly into the basement. So people just kept coming straight into the basement and he had no idea how many there. But like the way that he was, he didn't ever come down and look. not one time did he go downstairs the entire time anyone was there.
No one was blasting
And then
music.
like, oh, we we had that shit blasting. The neighbors ended up calling the police for the music, so police ended up coming. But so much shit happened before that. So we're all like having some drinks. We're having a great time. So he starts screaming at me while 40 people are still in the basement below. And he was just like, people need to go home, so whatever. And while I'm up there, 2 people started puking all over the bathroom down there.
Ugh.
Like, walls covered. I had to clean it the next day. Walls covered,
Oh,
like,
the next
literally
day?
everywhere. Well, I was hammered. Like, I couldn't do anything. I'm not going to do that while I'm like that. So, like, these 2 people are just in the bathroom throwing up everywhere. And like you said, one person was like sticking their fingers down their throat to get someone to throw up. And she just wouldn't. So I was in there with them because I didn't care about anything else. And I was just holding a trash can up to girl that was having her fingers shoved down her throat. And then I was holding another dude up against the wall because he was just falling forward and just like about to
crazy.
face
That's
plant.
actually funny. That's so fucked up.
And that girl that was being carried upstairs, my dad stopped them from leaving. So she was just at the top of the stairs and puked on everyone's shoes. So they all just had to leave with like puke on their shoes. Disgusting.
Oh my God.
And so like eventually the cops ended up coming and someone punched a hole in my wall and put the alcohol in the wall.
Oh my god.
See, that's why people are so hesitant to host parties.
Yeah,
Dude,
and like
fuck hosting.
Dude,
but the craziest
my
thing,
God.
so like the police kind of came and they like really didn't have a problem because like by that time everyone was gone and it was like they all dipped.
right, like settled down, yeah.
Yeah, because my dad started screaming and they were all worried about it. So they all left and I'm just there. They ended up coming. My dad works it all out. My dad never, since then, this is freshman year, I'm now a junior, he hasn't said a word to me about it. So it's just like, he never cared. So all that shit just happened. Yeah, I just never talked about it.
It's just swept under the rug and that's that.
Yeah, and he never even asked about the hole in the wall. Like, I don't even know. He just didn't care.
I think
Is
I
the
know
hole
what I'm
still
gonna
there?
title this podcast. Just
The hole's still
so
there.
much
Never
vomit.
fixed it.
Just call it Yak. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a good title.
Yeah, episode 2. Damn.
Oh my
But yeah.
God.
Damn, yeah, that's honestly like that's fucking crazy. You pulled that off. Yeah, kind of scary.
Dude, I'll
Drink
never have a party
safely,
again.
ladies and gentlemen. That's just
Yeah, drink
lessons for
responsibly.
everyone. Responsibly.
Absolutely.
I got a question. I don't know if this is way off left field, but it's a talking point that I think would be interesting.
Go ahead.
If you had to get eaten by one animal, which one would it be and why?
It's a good question, JC. If I could be eaten by one animal,
Or
it
not even eaten, like one animal is gonna kill you.
Right.
Which animal and why?
is it like can it be anything that's ever existed and
No, just living.
Living
It's gotta
right
be
now?
living. You can't throw out like T-Rex or some shit and take the easy way
Alright,
out.
damn, that would be my easy way out.
I think I'd start us off
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
go
probably
ahead.
say like a lion,
a lion.
cause like
Yeah, I feel like it's something
No.
that's like gonna end it quickly, you know?
no, because lions compare. Like I watched a lot of fucking Nat Geo growing up, cause the Lebanese channels were brutal, man. I fucking turned 12. I was growing up in Lebanon. I just throw on Nat Geo, and the lions always fucking like suffocate their prey, and then they start eating. Whereas
So
like
you want to be suffocated first.
a fucking grizzly bear just starts eating you straight up.
Yeah.
That's
I
kind
mean-
of
I
fucked
feel
up.
like, I mean, you're gonna get mauled either way, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but like
you're
at
probably
least-
right. The
at least
lion would
lions, like,
end it
kinda, like-
quicker. Yeah.
yeah, that's facts. Like
Huh. That's
definitely would
interesting.
not want no water animal like a fucking
I'm,
shark.
Yeah,
I'm going
fuck-
with the water animal.
No, fuck all that shit. No.
Whale,
Really?
swallow me, Dad.
I
They're
don't
not gonna
think it's
swallow you,
that.
bro.
That's not how that works.
I mean, like those whales, they don't have like teeth. They have like frills.
Yeah,
So either
they,
you're gonna drown to death or like suffocate to death. In
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
whales
I don't know
really
how
don't
you
eat
would.
humans, bro.
First of all, I don't know how you would even be eaten by a whale. You would have to like
Yeah.
go so deep into the water that, I mean, maybe you have scuba gear.
Why are
but
you gonna get eaten by a fucking lion? What are you doing?
dude,
It's
quick.
like the quickest way.
However, I think
I don't like
so.
quickies.
I was gonna. Yeah, you do. Don't lie. I gave you. I think the. I was gonna say lion as my animal, but I think cheetah will take the top pick because it's even faster than the lion. Like a cheetah will run at you at like 1,000,000 miles an hour and just take your head off. And,
Well,
like,
yeah,
No,
it's fast.
well, it's
as
fast,
hell.
but it
I don't
doesn't
know
mean
if
it
it's
can
faster
kill
to
you
kill.
fast. Yeah.
it'd
Yeah.
probably be slower because it's not as
It's-
strong
Yeah,
as
it's
a lion.
smaller. It's probably has a smaller jaw, not as much
But they're
strength.
still massive. I
Okay,
think you guys
listen,
are
listen,
Not as
here,
big as a
big
lion.
cheetah.
Here,
Well, sure.
Here, let me
Here,
set
hold
this
on,
up for you
guys. Hold on. We're gonna compare a cheetah and a lion.
Nah, lions are massive, bro.
And we're gonna.
I'm gonna set the scene for you.
And post edit. I'm editing
edit?
this. I'm correct. I just know it. All right, go
You're
No,
on.
I'm not
100%
debating. A
correct,
lion
bro.
is bigger, but a cheetah's
It's
fast.
way bigger. Cheetahs are
know.
like the bitch of the cat. Anyways, listen. You're in like this Pokemon fucking environment, right? You're just
Okay.
in this like big theater, right? And whatever animal you choose is just plopped in there. You're not gonna run away. You're just that's
You
it.
just have to
Like,
die.
it's not like you're in a savannah or some shit. Like if it's a fucking water, then it becomes a pool. You know what I'm saying? Just you're choosing the way to die. All right.
I see. I
I'm
get
still
you. So
sticking
it's,
with
it's
the-
not in the natural habitat. It
Honestly,
just
if there's a
comes
snake that could just
to
bite
you.
me and make me drop dead, I'd go with that.
That's smart.
That's a slow death though. Poison.
No, it's not.
No, I mean
There's some that could literally bite you. You're
yeah,
dead instantly.
it's like 12 seconds or
Instantly.
some shit. There's an
Yeah.
No
octopus
way.
Yeah.
that has like it's this small ass fucking octopus. It has like blue small dots on it.
I saw that
I
on
mean, it's
TikTok
gonna be
yesterday.
right here. It has the venom in it to kill like 26 people over, and it's absolutely fucked up. It kills
Imagine just takes
15
out
seconds.
the fucking boys on vacation. We're just all dead because of the octopus just fucking.
How do they make venom? Like that's something I never understood. How the fuck
They
did
have
this
like glands in their body.
just start fucking like, oh, let me make this shit. It'll kill this.
I
Fucking
think we
rat
just
faster.
we would have to go back to chemistry and biology, not chemistry, but
Excuse
just
me?
biology. Well, topics like that make me think. Like, here's a good one. Do you guys think aliens exist?
Yes.
And do you
Oh,
think
100%.
they will contact us in our lifetime?
No,
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 probably
I don't
not.
think that.
no
Alright.
way.
Because my
Who-
my like theory is it's like if aliens wanted to make contact with us, they would have done that.
They
a
would have already
long
had.
time ago. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, we've been on this planet for so little.
Yeah.
relative to the rest of the universe,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm
But-
gonna. This is Caden's point that we've talked about this before. He's not here, so I'm gonna speak on the behalf of him. He made a good point that if there's a civilization that's that advanced to even find us, then we're just ants compared to them. Like we're humans, and we just like
I've heard that before.
we ignore ants. We just live our lives. Ants provide like nothing to our like
Yeah.
like they're not going to contact us. There's no reason for them to if they're that
Yeah.
advanced to like go intergalactic travel. Like there's no point.
So I'm pretty sure I watched someone explain it, and they were like, when an ant crosses like one of the roads we built, they're
Mhm.
so dumb they can't even realize that it's like an actual
A
road. They
road.
just keep going. Like maybe there's some life form that's so fucking smarter than us. Like we're literally just irrelevant to them.
Yeah.
We're just like a
And-
speck.
If you think the universe is like infinite, right?
There's 100%
There's
life
it's
like that, like us. I mean,
not only us, but like if it's genuinely infinite and you truly believe that, then everything you could even think of has to be real because like somewhere somehow it is going to exist if it's infinite,
right.
which is kind of fucked up.
Some
Do they-
reality, which I mean, it's not proven, but it can't be disproven.
Like
Yeah.
if it's truly infinite, there's some dude out there named Jean-Claude doing this same podcast with a fucking smaller nose. And then there's somewhere else, he's got blonde hair. Like it's kind of fucked up to think
I
about.
believe
But
in that. Yes.
See, that's like you're getting more into like the parallel universe type of.
But that's how the
argument.
universe has to work if it's infinite.
yeah,
If it's infinite, then
Yeah,
it
I
has to
mean-
work that way.
Yeah.
if you believe that it's infinite, then you have to agree that what I just said, a blonde, smaller nose
Yes.
JC is out there.
Or it's like also like I've heard it said in the way of like every like decision you make in like some other universe that like you've made one other like completely different decision.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if I choose to like pick up my water bottle in another universe, every decision my life led up to this point, but I didn't do that one decision. And there's like a
Exactly.
million versions and iterations of in and of itself.
Right.
That's like-
it's just
Like in
That's
one universe,
crazy to think about, dude. I don't
Matt,
even
you
know.
didn't say that, which
Exactly.
then led me not to say what I'm saying right now. And then
But that
so on and
leads
so
into
forth.
like
Look, we could go on
completely
and
different
on.
lifetimes.
Literally,
It's
yeah. It's
ridiculous.
It's all infinite. Like
So I could have like a doppelganger that's just way better than me at Warzone.
absolutely.
And one that's way worse. So hey, you're better than that guy. Cut yourself some
go.
slack, man.
I know.
And then another theory, scary to think about, is like you're the only one that's conscious, and everything around you is just a bystander to your reality.
That's actually a
interesting.
philosopher named. Oh, what was his name, man? I think it was
Gene Cloud.
No, not Gene Cloud.
Gene Cloud.
Gene Kant or
I was gonna say Kant.
Describes or some shit. And he said that the only thing you could be sure of, like 100% certain of, and everything else can be doubted, is that you are conscious right now.
Yeah, I'm the main character.
And that-
You guys are just bystanders. I don't know.
We're
Literally,
just
yeah.
NPCs.
Like everything else can be doubted. Even 2 + 2 can be doubted because 2 + 2 is 4. He says that like there could be this evil demon who's literally just tricking you your
But-
entire life.
But
to-
okay,
to
I
believe
disagree
2 +
with
2 is
that. I feel like that doesn't matter. I feel like we've made it that 2 + 2 = 4, and it doesn't matter. I think
That's what he ends up saying because
Me too. Plus
It's-
2 + 4.
it's absolutely fucked up. I mean, I'm not
learning
gonna
new
get into it
things.
because it took me about 3 hours worth of lectures to understand.
No, honestly, I think what we've made up is what it is and how it is, and it doesn't matter if
What the real reality is.
No, well, because there is no, we won't, you can't disprove and you can't prove what actually is real and not real. So whatever it is, it is. You're in Discord, and that's what it is. You, I don't know, you're in a house, that's what it is. Like
That's your reality.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
But what if that's not the real reality? Is
it
his whole
doesn't
point.
matter.
Like you're
but
never.
yeah,
I don't think it
100% sure about
matters
the
at all,
real
Because
reality.
this is what you like. You know what I mean? Like the other versions of you. That's not like you right now. Like you currently exist in this reality in your own consciousness. I
Exactly.
think that's just something we just don't understand yet. To be honest.
We could never understand.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
not
That's
possible.
like the whole mind-body problem.
What's
is-
that?
that's the mind body.
How does our brain actually connect to our consciousness?
Yeah.
No one
In what
knows
way?
what
What do you mean?
consciousness is.
So like
You guys are fucking with my head, bro.
I'm too sober
my
for this.
brain is something I could, if you fucking bash open my head right now, you could see my brain,
Right.
but you're never gonna see my consciousness, my thought process. You know what I'm saying? It's
How do you portray like
Portray.
what your consciousness is? Like literally, you're right.
Can't.
Like it's impossible. You like you
it's
said,
impossible.
you can't split open your brain and see it. You're the only one that will ever be able to like say you're conscious. Well, maybe it's me. Maybe it's you. Like
That's
It's
true.
there's these crazy priests who came up with this theory that your consciousness isn't actually your consciousness. Like it's not here at all. It's just God. Like everyone's already like in spirit, like somewhere else, but like God is pretty much like playing a movie for you to see, and then you just react upon that. So like my consciousness is just way somewhere else, and I'm like watching a TV screen,
So you-
pretty much, and then like I'm fucking reacting to it with my physical presence.
Now you lost
wait,
me.
really? Is that what you
That's how they
believe?
tried to explain it because
Yeah,
they
that's
couldn't
just
they
completely.
couldn't bring in God to it, and they're priests, so they were like, we got to find a way to make this make sense with God.
Okay, so you're
when all these
so they're saying, based on what you've said that they said, basically, if we're watching a movie, why can we like interact
Okay,
with
so it's-
stuff? Why can we change the outcome of things if we're already watching a movie?
Listen, it's not when I say watching a movie, I'm saying like you're just watching like what comes out of your eyes in like your own spirit just elsewhere.
That's
So
just
like
So that's-
all
having a
your,
soul.
but it's like all your decisions are already made, so you really can't interact with things. Like it's already going to happen that way.
See, that's a whole
But
other.
there's still free choice. Like the
But
only
then
person
again-
who
But, like,
knows
if you're
what
watching
happens
a
is
movie-
God,
Right,
Aaron,
right.
not you.
But then again, that's why I don't think it matters at all if it's predetermined, because it isn't. Like, maybe you can say it is, but like, I don't know. I could pick up this smoothie bottle, but I'm not going to. Look at that. I just changed the outcome. Just kidding. I
But-
lifted it up.
You didn't because God knew you weren't going to pick it up.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know, man. Philosophy is just fully fucked.
Yeah, that's. People thought
Yeah.
about thinking things.
Deeper meaning here. What do you think created this world?
Oh.
Y'all,
Okay.
y'all a Big Bang type of bunch or
Yeah, personally,
Jesus,
for me,
God?
I am Jewish, but I do believe in religion in the sense that I believe in the culture. So before I get to like what I think happens, I want to give like my view, I'd say. So I consider myself Jewish, and I will practice it with the next generation, but I don't necessarily believe at all like God. I believe in the traditions and the culture and bringing people together to celebrate the culture.
So you treat it more of like a ethnicity culture, like
Mhm.
like an African dance. It's not. I'm not sure if that's religion based, but like
yeah, it's not like
the-
I'm praying to a god. It's just it's just a cultural, yeah. Like,
Like you're going through the motions, yeah.
yeah.
but I don't believe like Moses like split the Red Sea, like with his hands.
That's fair. That's
Like-
understandable.
Mhm.
You still haven't answered whether Big Bang.
Right.
or-
Okay. So yeah, now that I've given my like,
Who's
Thing-
asking the questions
thing.
here?
I've
no,
taken over.
I believe it's Big Bang. I don't think there's a higher power that did it. Personally, I also believe in the theory that the universe restarts every who we don't know, but I think eventually, because it is, like everything goes to nothing and then it restarts again.
But like that shit, I just can't even comprehend how
We
that
can't-
is
it's-
literally possible.
Nobody can comprehend it. It's so fucked up. The fact that like there had to be a start, but like
Right.
there's absolutely no way to understand how.
But, like,
We'll never know.
As of right now, there isn't a start. It just has continually happened for
Yeah,
as long as we
it
can
is-
possibly.
Because
imagine.
the universe is expanding infinitely.
yeah,
it's-
exactly. And the biggest question is like, okay, you believe in the Big Bang, right? Like, what the fuck caused that? Like, and that question right there.
I mean,
Well,
they say
like, just
carbon
fucking
atoms
flip your
rubbing
mind.
together, very hot explosion. But that's just a theory.
But what made those atoms? See, like
Right.
I think it's a cop out, and it's the route I've chosen to go is I believe the Big Bang happened, but I believe that God made the Big Bang. So like I
That-
kind of like
Steve,
okay,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then bang, like okay. I said the Big Bang existed, and then you asked me, well, what made the Big Bang? And I'm like, God. And then you asked me what made
Mhm.
God, and I said nothing because He's just everlasting. And then that's
Yeah.
it. Like, what the fuck else am I?
So
supposed
how
to say?
long
There's-
was there nothing before there was something if there's God?
But then how long was there nothing before there was something in realistic?
before there was
shit?
nothing?
But it doesn't
Like,
matter
There
because
was,
I don't
there
believe
was
in
always
God.
something. There was
But
always
here's
something.
here's
It's just
my
there wasn't
question.
humans. There
What's
wasn't humanity.
nothing?
But-
What is nothing?
but
Nothing
yeah.
has to be something.
Relative to who? That's yeah, exactly.
Like, what is nothing? An empty room?
but that's
What's
still
an empty
something.
room?
Yeah.
But then,
Nothing
like,
in
okay,
there. I don't know.
because like if everything comes down to like literally an atom, what is around the atom? Nothing. But how is there nothing if there like then there's something?
If
how
if
did that
something
start?
ever existed, then nothing has to exist as well. It just makes no sense because like no matter how much we go down this path, until you fucking hit that KO button and you're gone. And then
Server
even
reset.
then you might be fucking reincarnated. You might just
You have no
fucking
idea.
lights out and that's it. Like it's that fucking boring, but
I want to
feel
be a
like
Yeah.
tree
human-
when I'm reborn.
not in today's world.
I can
I'm fighting for
identify.
my fucking life.
I can identify as a tree right now, honestly.
Yeah, just
Okay.
fucking
Um,
paint your shit green and go stand outside.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I mean, you know who came up with the idea of the Big Bang? It was a Catholic priest. He created the idea.
Really?
So
Yeah.
he doesn't have God in that theory.
No, I mean he does, but it's like what JC said. It was like the events that led up to that was like God's design, but like that happened to create like the universe that like we know as like the Milky Way.
But
So,
dude,
no matter-
it hurts my brain
yeah.
so much because I'm like, why?
Yeah, he was
why
no,
did
he was literally he was like
God-
a Jesuit monk. He was a scientist. Like he studied science and
No,
like, he came up with the
yeah.
theory of Big Bang.
No, I'm just saying like, so if God did it, like, what? Like how? Like,
It's God. Like it's
But,
like,
like-
Both are equally. How the fuck could that have happened? Like
yeah.
there's no reasonable explanation.
yeah.
But yeah, I just like the way I feel about it. Like I'm not gonna live my life according a book. Just like every little thing, I'm gonna follow exactly what I think God believes. But it's like
Right.
below everything, I believe that there could be something, but I'm not like hard set on either
Mhm.
one.
I
that's
get you, I
why,
get you.
like, I don't know. That's why I stay away with like, I don't know, just the religious like. If you do this, then your life is gonna be bad after death. I think you should just live your life, man. Like,
Yeah, I think religion is like fine so long as you're not like constantly like telling people that they do wrong and you're
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to get them to like live how
like
you
Doctor.
live.
You guys know Doctor Witnesser?
Mhm.
No.
He's like a Twitch streamer that goes into
wait,
Fort.
Oh
He goes
my
into
God.
random Fortnite games and he like one time he
Preaches.
said to this Muslim kid, he was like, "You're going to hell because like you're Muslim," basically
It's
something like that.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Bro.
see, like that's where it's
I-
like okay,
Yeah,
like
it's,
come on,
but,
like,
like-
everyone has their own like beliefs. you
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I
but
mean? It's like-
backtracking, it's like
yeah,
I don't
it's like that vegan teacher, bro.
I don't like that part of any religion that's saying this is you got to hold your standards to this higher power. Like who, dude? It's just you. You live your life. If you want to fuck yourself and put a needle in your arm, inject heroin in the alley, like bro,
that's your decision.
it's fucked up, but it's your decision. At the end of the day, bro, it's not.
exactly.
That's my
I have-
belief. You don't have to
I have
agree.
so many
That's
different
just-
things I want to talk about, but I want to start it off with this one.
We're going down the rabbit hole now.
Yeah, we're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
The thing about religion for me is that I believe in God and I believe in like Jesus, but the thing that's made me question it all is like the people who were in charge throughout the entire like religious pathway, like just understanding like the history of Christianity and
Right.
then like who was in charge and like the absolutely fucked up horrific shit they did, and then it just kept getting passed on and on and on, and like the amount of times they changed stances on things and
Right, you mean in the Bible?
yeah, and it was pretty much just a power grab at one point. Like they were just trying to maintain power. They were pretty much like the government, and they
Yeah.
insisted that the world revolved around the earth, and they were like, God's telling us this and all this like fucked up bullshit. Like
Yeah.
I believe in God and in like I guess his message, but like I can't be bothered to like you're a human just like I am. Like I don't care what you've done, but like I take their words and like understand their teachings, right? But like
Yeah, like
I don't
you
just
take it as
approach
metaphors.
any person like I still don't believe like until you become a fucking saint or do a miracle or some shit. Like I'm taking every word you say with a grain of salt. Like the whole
Right.
like church system. Like
Hmm.
I could honestly care less about that part
Yeah.
of religion. I guess my other question is, which leads me to other questions, but I'm gonna ask this one first.
Mhm.
Do you think society, and I say this society as in like the human race, would
We are in a
have
society.
like good morals? Like, I mean, I guess it's very, very circumstantial what you think good morals are without religion. No?
It's like
No, they would not.
it's
No.
always been like all cultures,
Have always had a religion.
everything. Yeah, and people tend to do more good when they think that someone is watching them all the time. So it's like at least the most religions are like you have to do good things. So basically don't harm other people for like not justified reasons. So like
See,
for God or things.
my question would then be, do you think it's innate in what do you think human nature is? And this is very circumstantial.
You're getting
because
so philosophical, JC. My God.
I'm
'Cause
sorry.
these are
but
really big questions. Like, so
Human
here's my
nature?
take on it.
Well, I don't think we'll ever be able to have such a large study that will be able to indicate what we really are like, ever. Even though we already had technically one, which is everyone had a religion in the thousands years ago, and we've eventually evolved to this. So I think whatever human nature is this.
Yeah, I mean,
you-
I don't think. You want me to answer
Oh,
the
go
question,
ahead.
JC?
No,
or
you go ahead.
want-
No, you go
No,
ahead.
but no, I was just gonna say like I don't think. Well, the idea that humans are innately good or bad, that's like a really tough question. I want it because like, the thing is, I mean like I believe like. I mean, humans have the capacity for evil and they have the capacity for good equally. I don't think necessarily one like triumphs over the other, but like however from like a religious standpoint, the whole thing with like Adam and Eve, they went like against God's word, they ate from the forbidden fruit, all that stuff. So it's like they were like punished for that, and like therefore humans can never be perfect. Like humans aren't perfect. We're like the most imperfect creatures ever. So I think it's like I mean, well, from a religious standpoint, that like downfall has led to like human corruption and evil in the world and all that stuff. But
Sure.
from like a non-religious standpoint, it's like I don't think you need religion to have moral values. Like you don't. I mean, I'm sure there are like cultures out there that like obviously they have differing things of what's good.
Yeah.
It's,
You
it's a
just
pretty
need like a
subjective
central
thing.
yeah, you just need like a
Yeah.
central focus that everyone can
Exactly.
agree on.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think, I mean, for the most part, it is pretty like similar among people.
But-
It's like don't be bad, don't kill
Yeah.
people. You know,
Yeah.
don't
Also-
lie, don't steal.
I think the reason that we'll never know exactly what human nature is because we are humans, and I don't think a human can
Yeah.
figure out exactly what another human, what all humans are like.
I think like
Because we can figure out pigs' nature because we're not pigs.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
the main thing for like humans is just like curiosity. Because like with religion, it's people being curious about how the universe was started
Right.
and
Mhm.
everything since then. And then like when people do every little thing that they do, it's because they're curious about a certain thing.
Right.
When people get a job or go into school, they are just curious, and that's in every single thing. But other than that, like who the hell knows? It's just
Mhm.
that's just the main thing that I can think
I
of.
honestly think it's humans are so malleable in the way they behave. Like you could take a person and put them in like India, and you could take a person and put them in like America, and when they both turn 20, they are completely different people with completely different values. There's no
Mhm.
real human nature, but
That's nature
Mm.
versus nurture, though. That's like its
do you
whole.
think
That's like a.
humans
Yeah.
are innately selfish? Like, do
Yeah.
you think
Yeah.
think so.
Probably,
do you think
yeah.
they're innately selfish, or do you think it's society that forces them to become selfish?
I think
I feel
no
like it
matter
depends
what,
on-
This
Like,
relates to
yeah.
the Stanford prison experiment, I feel like.
Well, either way, like I I don't think
Yeah, but
anything in
that person,
society
like- Oh,
I
go
don't think anything in society makes me care about me more than anyone else. It's like
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, like at least for me, my main thing is I want to live. No matter what, that's what I'm going to do.
Right. And
That's
there's
what I care about at the end
and
of
you'll
every
and you'll
single
do
day.
anything to make sure that you'll live at the end of the day.
Yeah, so it's like if, you know, no matter what, that's just what I'm going to be selfish, but like to extreme extents where like they'll put others down on purpose to like step on them to get somewhere, that's a completely different like thing. There's definitely levels to it, but everyone has like a base level of they want to go home at the end of the day and like they want to live.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Like, I know, like, well, for instance, like any animal in nature that's like born, usually they could fend for themselves like right away,
Right.
right? When a baby calf is born, it immediately starts walking, starts learning, and it could, survive. It knows instincts, it knows what to do. But
Yeah.
humans literally fundamentally cannot survive by themselves. If a woman gives birth and she leaves the baby on the table, it will die in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Like it needs its parent, like it needs its mom.
Well-
Like, and humans teach each other. If you don't teach a child a language, it will never grow up and know how to understand languages.
I think
You know?
the reason for that also is like
Sincerely apologize.
He's
You're good.
coming back to the deepest conversation.
Yeah,
I've
you
ever-
are not ready for this one, brother.
I think
up?
the reason is like we are the most we have the most intelligent thing, so we have so it kind of leaves room. So everything below us, what isn't like dolphins and elephants, they're technically smarter than us, but everything below us is their lifespan are lower, most of them, smaller brain, smaller capacity to learn. So I think because we're so smart, is that we begin with nothing to make room for everything that we can learn.
That's actually a really good point.
Dolphins have bigger, I think it's frontal lobes than us.
Yeah.
Not only that, but
Yeah, some big ass heads on them damn things.
they're
Facts.
so smart. They have their own. Oh my god, they have their own dialects,
Yeah.
and they're
The fuck?
literally the only other like species or mammal.
Yeah,
whatever
I
you wanna
only
call
only
it.
speak Atlantic, bro. Don't get me with that Pacific shit.
They
different
literally
dialects.
commit suicide, bro.
Yeah, I actually heard about that. That's true.
It's crazy. The topic right now, Alan, is: do you think humans are innately selfish in nature?
They
Yeah.
are. Naturally, they are. How do we eat?
Innately.
We have
And
to kill.
It's not even like it's not a bad thing.
If you think
either.
about like
No,
animals,
it's
I'm
not.
saying like
It's not. Yeah,
Well, that's the whole point of capitalism.
it's
is
a
you-
human culture
we're just
allows
greedy.
people.
That's how we are. We're greedy to survive. That's the only way we can do it.
Yeah, that's like what Cody said.
Every time someone saves money, they could be considered greedy because they need the money to survive. Humans are naturally greedy. They need to survive.
That's exactly
Well, I
what
don't want
Cody
you
was
to-
saying earlier. Yeah.
to like I don't want you to mix up like survival. Like, do you here's a question.
Well, I think it's
if
all
I-
survival. I think the only thing is survival.
It's human
Exactly.
instinct. To a
If I
certain
need
extent.
10 pieces of meat to survive, right?
Mhm.
And I have 15 right now.
Okay.
Do you think with no repercussion, I see 5 pieces of meat that Jimmy has here that he just left, would I take one with no repercussions? Naturally.
Repercussion.
Naturally?
Repercussions like
No,
no
because you have what you
negative
need.
outcome. Like
Yeah,
no,
I think
no,
that-
I mean,
that's part of like the levels to things. Like some people would say absolutely not, they don't need it.
That's
but like
what-
other
yeah.
people would just want that extra one. So it's like
Mhm.
some people would, some people would.
That's what Matt said. He said nature versus nurture. I don't
Yeah,
think
that's-
we'll
that's
ever.
what I think
That's
it
what I'm
comes
saying.
down
I don't think we'll ever know the answer to that. We'll
Yeah.
never know nature, because it's all about nurture.
I mean, we
because
we just like
there's
nurture's a
never been
huge
humans
part of
without
it.
nurture.
Right.
But, like, and there's no humans that will ever grow up without nurture because
Yeah, a
that's how we
human
grow
cannot
up.
survive with other humans.
Unless like,
Like,
I mean, you've seen. I don't know if it's real, but like in movies.
The
like,
wolf cub,
Yeah, like
some fucking stupid ass shit.
they like grow up with
Didn't
wolves.
someone actually grow up?
Probably, but
oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
like they grow up with
Wait, what?
wolves.
Wolves.
Oh yeah, I
They were
heard
raised
about
by
that.
wolves.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like real. I don't know if it's possible.
No, I heard about that. That's like such a common thing that I've heard before. That's definitely
like-
real.
Dude, that'd just be like, I don't know.
I don't
You could
think
definitely just get a show just because you say that you've done that. If you're a good actor,
Yeah.
just act like you were raised
bark.
by wolves. Just go on all fours for like a year. Just have someone film you, and then shit, you got money now.
Well, okay, I think we need a part 2
You think so?
about life.
Well, Alan, you were here for like half the
Yeah,
damn thing.
Alan, you were
I
here
know,
for
but
about
still,
15
I mean,
minutes.
I still kind of know you guys are not done speaking about these subjects because we can
No,
talk
but
about them forever, and there's still valid
This isn't a
points.
lecture series.
Yeah, we
so
can
just-
save a part 2 for when we have our actual third host.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
It's
yeah.
always fun.
I hope
talking
he's
about
okay.
it.
I have not heard from him since.
yeah. I texted him too.
I have
He
not-
definitely fell asleep.
Maybe. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the second episode of 1/3 of a Brain. Once again, we were missing a host, but we made it work, and who knows? Who wants to see a part 2 of this conversation? We'll have these guests on again in the near future. Check out all of our socials. Every single platform is 1/3 of a Brain. And yeah, that's been it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.